So my name is Manny Leyva. I am a senior. I'm an anthropology major, and I'm also a Pali scholar.
Awesome. When did you study abroad?
I studied abroad this past fall, 2015. Well, studying abroad in London really, as a senior, contributed to what Lawrence stands for in terms of, um, learning through experience. Lawrence really pushes you to, you know, push those like boundaries, and then you realize that you've learned so much about yourself. As an anthropology major, studying abroad was one of the top priorities for myself. I wanted to study abroad somewhere where I felt a little bit more comfortable. So what I really loved about London is that while we did share the common English language, there were cultural differences. I had the great opportunity to have an internship while I was studying abroad. Um, and I was an intern at Here in Wolf. It's basically a fashion internship, but I was focusing on marketing and merchandising. Um, so that also contributed to my experience, not only as a student, um, but also it gave me more insight and allowed me to really emerge into British life and culture. Um, I got to see, I got to engage with people who actually go to work every day and learn about where they come from and how they end up in London. I think that for me, one of the most memorable moments in terms of going to class in London or like working with Christine and Professor Fosdale is the day trips that we took. It was really refreshing to just step out of London and central London and see what's outside of that. Um, I feel like it really brought my experience together because I didn't only want to experience the city life, but I also wanted to explore outside of that. So as a Posse scholar, the application process is no different than any other student. Um, the only difference is the financial arrangement. Um, but again, I would highly encourage this to any Posse scholar just because I feel like it contributes to the Lawrence experience and as a whole. A skill that I need to take away from Posse is the community building. When I first started to apply for London, my greatest fear was separating myself from my posse and not having that support here. Um, and when I met everyone who was going to be studying abroad that fall, I knew no one. So that was another thing that made me a little bit more anxious. But thanks to Posse, I was able to like really like build a relationship with everyone. I think one of the scariest things about studying abroad was being homesick. But once I started, really exploring London, I kind of just forgot about it, and I feel like Lauren has played a huge impact on the way that I now carry myself and view a challenge. Like I didn't really think so much about like being home or missing home, but I just started to really enjoy the experience, and there was never a really dull moment. Everything was exciting and new and fresh, and 3 months at first seemed very long, but towards the end it was just like, wait, I wish I could stay here, a few more months, but